Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to MDC episode 398, the season Mortuary, bro. What your boy CT Bleezy MCJB in the building. What's going on, boys?
What up, what up, man? We got a little bit popping around Hard Rock Stadium down there, huh?
Oh man, fucking crazy. We're gonna be jumping into a lot of shit tonight. It's gonna be some hellfire and brimstone, that's for damn sure. The man, the myth, the legend, Josue in the building. What's going on,
Yeah.
Josue? But yeah, we got a lot of shit to talk about, boys. I think it's fucking done. It's over. I'm sorry, but it's time to fucking clean house and move the fuck on.
Hey, glad to be back with the boys. Glad to be back. You know, shit goes wrong, shit goes right. We're gonna chime in. MDC has gone nowhere. We're here strong as ever, and we're ready to chop it up. The shit's going fucking haywire. Me and CT been talking about call it a dumpster fire. Call it what else were we saying, CT?
You could call it a dumpster fire, a shit show, clusterfuck, whatever you want to call it. There's all kinds of names for it. It's just fucking bad.
Right.
But let's start with the boys. MC, let's get into it, man. What are you thinking? First 6 fucking weeks in the books. Where do we go from here, MC?
Fire the head coach. Fire
Start
the
there.
GM while you're at it too.
You say start, so start
Yep.
with McDaniel. Start there.
Start with the head coach. Start with the GM as well. Both of them gotta go.
Yeah. If we fire one and keep the other, which I think that would be McDaniel would be fired. Keep Greer. If we keep Greer, I mean, what the fuck, bro?
If we keep Greer, there's no point of firing him right now. Maybe after the season, yeah.
Maybe that's what they're thinking.
See, I don't know. See, that's where I've heard that theory. Just like the same thing with, oh, well, if you fire Mike McDaniel, who are you going to give it to? Because Anthony Weaver's defense sucks dick too. And okay, I get that. But at the end of the day, in this situation, and I guess it's multi-pronged, but I'm going to finish this train of thought now you're going to force Chris Greer to go and trade away all the shit that he's fucking quote unquote worked so hard to get. Is he going to sit here and is he going to play that fucking game? Or is he going to be like, oh, well, I could save it for the next head coach? Bro, I'm sorry, but if you're going to go this route, you need to fire him. You need to fire Mike McDaniel, and you need to get rid of fucking Tua. I'm sorry. And I know we were waiting on the Tua thing, but if you're going to burn it down, you might as well burn it fucking down.
Yeah. Right. No, I mean, I don't know why they would, but I heard we're locked into Tua. I've heard talk that Tua is guaranteed for 2026.
Now, yes, he is. However, that doesn't mean that we can't pull a fucking Russell Wilson in Denver. You're going to have to eat the fucking cap.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But the thing is would you rather fucking eat the cap and then go, all right, the next GM comes in, the next head coach comes in? Because the problem is again, we've already been over this bullshit. What happened the last time when you wanted fucking, you had to make sure that the next coach was going to fucking be able to coach Tua? Then nobody wants to fucking touch it.
What's Josue? What you got? What are you thinking about this situation, bro?
He said he was going to unmute in a minute. He might be busy.
Okay.
But yeah, but my thing is, again, we've already played this fucking game of hire a coach to force him to fucking use Tua as the quarterback. Look where that fucking got us. And then if you're going to do the same thing of, Chris Greer has been the one to hire these fucking shitty coaches, then he doesn't need to be here either. On top of the fact that, again, He created this cap hell that we're in. The reason that Stephen Ross was like, nope, fuck it. You're just going to have to run with what you got. Because they didn't hand it out the fucking contract extensions out last year. And now we have no cap fucking space. We have 1.5 million in cap space right now. So you can't fucking add nobody. It's just a clusterfuck from top to bottom.
You know, it's almost kind of, I mean, it's definitely sad for the Dolphins fans, but it's almost sad. I feel like Stephen Ross is getting played. I feel like he's getting played by Chris Grier. Chris Grier's extending contracts to extend his own contract, a la Mike McDaniel. Yeah, let's extend Mike McDaniel. Chris Grier knows that if we extend McDaniel, more than likely we're extending him. Chris Grier's the motherfucker gaslighting Ross, and the Dolphins fans are the ones paying the price, man. You know?
Yeah. I mean, but at the same time, it's also, you know, from the very beginning of, like we were saying backstage, and again, I don't want to sit here and fucking beat a dead horse, but you look at the situation with Detroit, and even last night, or yesterday with the whole, you know, his player fucking punching the dude or smacking him in the face or however you want to call it. And it's like he's a leader, and he's like, nah, I talk about biting kneecaps and this and that, but we're not going to play like that. That's not what we're going to do on this team. We're going to fucking play within the whistle. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And it's like, exactly. You have the leadership to say, we're going to play a certain fucking style. We're going to be fucking physical, but we're going to do it within the realm of what's allowed in between the whistles. And, you know, this whole fucking, again, dumpster fire, clusterfuck, shit show, whatever you want to call it, it's, you know, Tua calling out teammates for, again, being late to meetings, team, you know, player only meetings. You got Tua calling out people being late for Zoom meetings and shit. And it's like, obviously nothing fucking changed leadership wise from last year. Mm-hmm. Then you got a fucking 1-5 record. Of course they're not going to fucking give a shit. Because they know they're not winning. They know they're not going to the playoffs. They don't give a fucking shit.
Finn Pussy Podcast. I think I know who that probably is.
Oh, yeah. It might be, what's his name? Can't remember his name. The Bills dude.
Yeah.
Michael K. Michael K. Yeah.
Mikey! Hey, Mikey, I'm looking at the Bills score. They're down 21-14 and 2 minutes left, bro.
So the fucking Falcons, who everybody says, you know, was going to be a shit team in the Falcons, but here we go. And just like, you know, New England was going to be a shit team, and then New England went and whooped the fucking Bills' ass too. And he said the Bills suck.
I guess that they did. I thought the Bills were.
So it ain't Michael K.
The Bills.
At least they're at the Doug.
Oh yeah, it is fucking Michael K. Gotta love Michael K. Hey, he just said the Bills fucking suck. So at least Mikey is honest. At least Mikey is honest.
Mikey's always been honest. You know that look at my forearm, bro.
Oh shit! What'd you do?
I went hunting this past weekend. And I was fucking pulling. I had 3 shots. I had a shot at 1 deer. I had a shot at 1 coyote Saturday afternoon. So that was 2 shots. And then I had a 3rd shot Sunday morning. And every time I fucking shot, I don't know if my bow's jacked up or what, but every time I shot, that string was hitting my fucking elbow. Or hitting my forearm. Look at that.
That's crazy. Hey, you got to drop the link. Tell us to get up here.
Get up here, Mikey.
But yeah, man. But it's, again, I mean, we've talked about it. The dysfunction in the organization from top down. It's crazy. And even from game 1, I'm sorry, but he should have been fucking McDaniel should have been fired game 1. You can't come out absolutely fucking listless, no idea what you're fucking doing, unprepared, no game plan, knowing that your fucking job is on the line.
I'm good. Hey,
He said, bend your bow arm and
no, he's
shorten the
right.
draw.
That's what my brother said. He's like, you're holding the bow wrong because I'm holding it like that. And he's like, you got to hold it kind of like that.
Yeah, you got to put a bend in your arm.
But I think I think something was wrong with the. I mean, I shot that bow for a while and it's never fucking smacked my arm like that. It probably would have been smart to maybe warm up a few times this year. I hadn't shot all year, you know.
Kind of like the Dolphins, maybe warm up a little bit, before jumping into a shit season.
Yeah, maybe so. That's probably
what. But yeah, man, it just when you look at it from top down, I mean, from the fucking drafting of Greer to the trades, we're gonna get into that because you had brought up a good point backstage, and kind of we went back and forth a little bit. Let's talk about Greer and the F them picks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So let's fucking get on it. Oh, the man, the myth, the legend, Michael K in the building. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, bro?
The Bills suck.
Yep. And so do the Dolphins. It's all right.
What happened, Mike? I thought they were about to fucking steamroll to a Super Bowl. What's going on up there?
Well, we got all the injuries. That's number one. And I'm not using injuries as an excuse because our depth players aren't up to snuff. That's number one. But this play calling is atrocious. Allen sucks.
What's
I
up, Joe Brady?
Sugarcoat it. We lost this game because Allen absolutely sucks. He needs to take that visor off, number one.
Yeah, okay.
He doesn't have a broken nose anymore. It happened 3 weeks ago. Take the fucking visor off so you can see the field. But anyways, at least they're not the Dolphins.
Well, yeah, you got that going for you. I haven't been keeping up with the Bills. What's up with Josh, man? Has he been throwing picks or what's up with him?
No, he's just making stupid plays, stupid decisions. He threw a pick tonight, actually. But that one didn't. He's just playing like an idiot. Yeah, he's playing like an idiot, and the play calling is just absolutely atrocious. I don't know what fucking Brady's doing. But we had 4 people out today. We had Kincaid was out. Curtis Samuel was out. Who else was out? We had somebody else out on our offense.
Kincaid hurt you not having him. He's kind of like Josh's secret weapon.
But they don't use Cook. I had Cook for 3 catches and 15 yards. They didn't throw him the ball once. He had 0 targets.
Damn.
I don't know what it's doing. I hit on all the other ones. Christ, I hit Palmer. I hit Palmer on the over 21.5 yards on the fucking first play of the game. I hit. He hit was for 45. But enough of that. But if you're wondering who Finn Pussy Podcast is, that's him right there. His name's Casual C. He goes by Big C, but I renamed him to Casual C.
Oh, okay. Well,
that Mikey?
Yeah, Mikey's back, brother.
What's up, baby? What's going on, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm doing.
Hey, we're gonna talk about this, and again, we can get your perspective on it too. Our thing is again, what are you seeing from the Dolphins this year? That what are you trying to show? Oh, the final score, 21-14. Yep.
It's almost over. Falcons have the ball on the goal line. They're about to score again.
There you go.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I was actually for the Bills to win.
What'd you say, MC?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna let y'all know. I was actually rooting for Buffalo to win this game.
Because you don't like it. He lives in Atlanta. You don't like the Falcons, right?
I had these dirty birds, all these fucking. Never remember to say that. But all these,
they get on your nerves. It's kind of like the Texans.
They're just like, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl, bitch. No, you're not.
Same thing in Houston,
now that they beat the Bills, it's kind of like, oh, I'm about to hear this shit.
They're gonna be all hyped up.
And the next time, dude, you had your chance. You blew it.
It's kind of like everybody in Houston thought the Texans had a Super Bowl team, bro. Going into the season, they thought they had that. And look at their
It's
record.
like we were talking about. Now, I want your opinion on this, Mikey, because this is what I wanted to bring up. What the fuck is going on in the NFL this year? I mean, the Chiefs are fucking losing left and right. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson gets injured. They're fucking losing. You guys are fucking losing. The fucking Jacksonville Jaguars are winning. Tampa Bay is Baker's balling the fuck out. The 49ers suck fucking dick. Like, what the fuck is going on this year?
Well, I don't know. Buffalo's still winning, so I don't know about all that. They still kick our ass.
Bro, they lost to New England, what, last week or the week before? Now they're getting beat by the Falcons that supposedly suck dick going into the season.
But here's the thing, though. We still can't beat them.
No, I understand that. I'm not arguing that.
Josh Allen is our daddy.
Josh Allen's our daddy. Which is fine, and I understand that. I'm saying just overall in the NFL, like, what the fuck is going on this year?
Parody.
I think, believe it or not, I think a lot of it has to do with the bullshit refereeing that's happening. I mean, there's some ridiculous call. There's some ridiculous calls earlier in the game. I want to say Shakir or one of our guys. I think it was Shakir caught the ball. It was a clear catch, and they ruled it incomplete even after they reviewed it. The ball never touched the ground. They called it incomplete. I think the NFL is stepping in, and I think it's a farce, and I think they're trying to make the good teams. I'm not saying that. They're trying to level the playing field. I mean, obviously, when you get somebody like the Dolphins, the Saints, the Jets, where they just shoot themselves in the foot week in and week out, they can't. The NFL can't help them.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know,
hey, they could not fucking take our picks away for trying to go get Tom Brady and Sean Payton.
Well, that was just egregious. That was.
I know.
You know, TT, the more you think about it, how stupid could you be to fucking do it like that?
Oh, I'm aware. When it first happened, we like, bro, you're telling me you're a fucking millionaire, billionaire, whatever the fuck he is, and you couldn't have fucking hired somebody to go and fucking meet with fucking Tom Brady and try to work something out and not even fucking mention the fucking Dolphins until it's time to mention the fucking Dolphins, or Sean Payton go have somebody meet with them like, look, I got somebody who's interested in hiring you for this much, whatever, without mentioning the motherfucking Dolphins. Like, come the fuck on. Like,
well, hold on though. Who was the whistleblower?
Well, Flores obviously was the whistleblower, but even in that sentiment, it doesn't matter because he brought Flores to the fucking boat to meet Tom Brady, and the Sean Payton thing only came out not because of Brian Flores, but because some representative of Payton had leaked to a friend that they were trying to woo him, and he ran his mouth as how the NFL found out about the Sean Payton thing. So it's both ways. Again, like I said, if you had gotten somebody to go out there, not fucking, let's have my head coach go try to woo fucking Brady. Just have fucking, some anonymous person go out and be like, hey, I got a fucking suitor for you. This is how much they're willing to pay. I don't know. I feel like fucking, for as much business smart as this motherfucker is, he's not very fucking street smart. Not at all.
Well, I actually wonder why Brady and Peyton weren't fined.
Right.
Granted, neither of them were in the league at the point, so they kind of didn't. The NFL couldn't do anything. But the minute that one became an owner and the other one became a coach, they should have brought it back and said, look, I don't know how that works. And maybe
integrity of the game. Integrity of the game.
Yeah, but
you guys made us look bad. Now that you're back in the league, we got to fucking punish you in some way because it looks bad if we don't.
The Dolphins take the blow, and those two get off scot-free.
Pretty much.
They did. They were tampering too. They were doing the same shit. That's a good point, Mikey. It's a good point.
Right, but they technically weren't. They technically weren't employees of the NFL at that point. So I don't even know if they. I mean, you can't go back and say, well, even though you didn't work for us, then you did it, and now you're an employee, so we're going to get you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like It's kind of like stealing from a company, not getting caught, and then getting hired by the company, and then them saying, "Well, we found out that you stole from us, so we're going to fire you now."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know,
and I get that, but
that's
wouldn't you? But Mikey, so my thing with that is, in that same semblance, in the Peyton situation, he knew that he was still, because of the way, I guess it was because he retired and blah blah blah, that he was still, I guess, I don't remember the exact wordage, but basically he knew that the Saints fucking owned the rights to him, or whatever it's called, right?
right.
So in that same situation, I don't understand how you could say in that situation that if he was even contemplating coming back, he knew what he was doing was against the rules. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's the other. If he was under contract, even though he didn't work, then he's still technically property of the NFL.
That's what I'm saying, because he was. They still had the rights to him because of the way the contract was written.
See, I don't know. That's why I'm a truck driver, not a lawyer, because I don't know contracts and shit.
But I just remember they had said, because whoever picked him up wasn't Denver, right?
Well, maybe his contract. No, because he didn't come back until maybe his contract was up.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is they were saying that even if we had lured him out of retirement, we would have had to compensate the Saints by like draft pick or whatever to get the rights to hire him. But then it was because of, like you said, the length of the contract that then he came back and they didn't have to do that because he waited however long it was.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me shut my phone off.
No, that's right. Basically, yeah. We were going to have to give up, you're right, draft picks or something for Sean
I thought
Payton.
it was like a first round pick or something.
Yeah, I think it was. And it never happened.
No, but the thing is again, like I said, I mean, I can understand maybe like Mikey was saying with the Tom Brady thing, I could understand why they didn't punish him per se, because he wasn't under contract with anybody.
Well, yeah, you know.
But the Sean Payton thing, I think, is a little bit different. Because he knew what he was doing was wrong. That's why originally he tried to deny it. And then when it came out that it was one of the associate or one of the people that were his people that leaked it, then he was like, oh yeah, okay. And it's like, why would you lie about it in the first place if you knew what you were doing wasn't wrong anyway?
Right.
So I don't know, but anyway, to get back onto it, Mikey, from an outside perspective, looking into the Dolphins, what are you looking at? What do you think's going on that could or could not be fixed per se? Not necessarily this season or whatever, because we know that Mike McDaniel's not the coach. We know Chris Greer's not the fucking GM. How do you think the Dolphins go about fixing this shit?
I mean, actually, do we know that Greer's not the GM?
Absolutely. And in all honesty, for me, we've heard over and over that he's just a facilitator. That, can you stop putting that shit up there? We saw it. We saw it.
split.
Because I was trying to put this the other one up. So we talk about Greer and the whole F those picks, and he's just going to trade away picks. We know that all his options of drafting, he's tried to go out there and we're going to draft O-line and D-line this year. Neither of them are playing well. Obviously, they're going to need time to develop to some degree. However, there are other teams that are out there that hit on their first round picks that, even second, third round fucking picks that are playing better than our first round picks. And you talk about the cap hell he put us in. All of this idea of, I'm just a facilitator, I'm going to get what the coach wants and whatever. But then Stephen Ross gave an ultimatum this offseason and saying, you need to fucking have more of a backbone for yourself. This is your fucking team. And he continues to be indecisive, or again, the facilitator. We have no depth on the team. We had all these starters. We lose 6 fucking starters from the beginning of training camp. We lost 2 starting cornerbacks. We lost Austin Jackson, our starting right tackle. We lost James Daniels, their starting right guard. We lose Tyreek. And then there's nothing after that. We were supposed to have a balls to the wall defensive front with Chop Robinson, Bradley Chubb, Matthew Judon, Jalen Phillips. And we played yesterday against the Chargers that literally were on third string tackles, both right and left tackle. And we had 1 sack all fucking game. Our team is a shit show from the top down. And I think that Chris Greer is I wouldn't say he's the number one reason. I think Mike McDaniel is the number one reason. And then I think Chris Greer is the second reason. And then I put Tua at number 3.
The thing about Chris Greer is I think he had a plan. He had a plan. He was the one that drafted Tua, and then everything since. I think he had a plan. It was we called it a rebuild, a tank. It was a tank for Tua back in the day. Tua is who we wanted, and then because Tua was the number 1 pick at one point, and then Burrow went number 1. But wanted
Tua was the number 1 pick until he got hurt.
He got hurt. And then, but that was kind of the start of the tank or the rebuild or whatever, and it didn't work. It's over.
Wait, how didn't Joe Burrow win the Heisman?
Yes.
Then how was Tua the number 1 pick?
Tua is going to be the number 1 pick, but you got to remember he got injured. What, the fourth last game of the season?
Yeah, it was towards the end of the season. He got hurt.
There was almost like a month. There was almost a month there where after Tua got injured, Burrow came out and started balling the fuck out, and that's when he ended up getting the Heisman.
Mikey, he got the Heisman, and then Burrow went on to win the national championship that year for LSU. He balled the fuck out. That's why he went number 1. Because believe me, I was pounding the table for the Dolphins to take Burrow and fuck Tua. But we didn't have a shot at Burrow because Cincy was not coming off that pick.
See, but that's not necessarily true. Go ahead, Mikey. My bad. Go ahead.
You had a shot at Herbert, and you dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, but Herbert fucking sucks too.
Well, no. Herbert, you know what? Herbert he hasn't had any coaches.
Bro, he had his offensive coordinator in his first year was his fucking offensive coordinator from college. And he played extremely well that first year. He played extremely well
right now.
He's got Harbaugh now. Yeah, it's only the second year with Harbaugh. And guess what? The Chargers are 4-2.
Well, I mean, they beat the Dolphins, so I mean, I don't know if that's something to fucking be proud of, but I guess.
I mean, the Chargers could be legit, but they got beat. I forgot who they got beat by before us, but it was somebody not very good. Well, Washington, but I don't know what's up with them.
Was it Washington?
Huh?
I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
But
They got beat by the Giants in Washington.
Yeah, the Giants.
How the fuck do you? I mean, but that's again though. Here's the thing: the Giants were supposed to suck dick. They're fucking winning game. Like it's crazy, bro. This year is fucking insane.
This would be the year. This could be the year that the Dolphins could have made a run, but now we're shit.
Exactly. You know? That's what I was trying to get at. Is the Bills are hitting a couple hiccups. Baltimore with fucking Lamar Jackson injured is playing like shit. Like Kansas City playing like shit. And it's like, bro. And then we just shit the fucking bed.
Yeah.
The Bills fucked themselves right by extending Josh Allen. They didn't have to extend him right away. They got him, on a team. What people are calling a team-friendly deal, but $330-something million isn't team-friendly.
Yeah, I agree. But again, now, Mikey, let me ask you this though. Do you think that things have changed in the ideals of these quarterbacks? Because you look at guys like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, that were taking much less money to fucking build better teams. And then you got these newer, younger quarterbacks who are like, fuck it, give me the money. I don't give a fuck. And then it ends up screwing the team over.
No, you know what though? No, it's not. It's not the quarterbacks. It's the teams that are offering the money. If somebody offers you $1,000 for being mediocre, are you going to take it? Of course you are, because you're mediocre. Where else are you going to get $1,000?
Take the money.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so there's some negotiations and stuff, but this whole the market is what the market is, or this player set the market. I think it's bullshit. I truly think it's bullshit. Where you had Brady and you had Peyton Manning, who back in the day they obviously weren't making the kind of money that the quarterbacks are making now, but they also had the endorsement deals for all them commercials that they were making a boatload. Right. So now you got Josh Allen, who he's got like 7 or 8 new national commercials out there, and he said in a press conference that he took less. It was something about they took less. He took like $5 million a year less. Well, great. You know what? You're my. What am I going to do with an extra $5 million? He said.
How much money do you want, motherfucker?
Well, that's the whole thing. You already had a $250 million contract, 255 or whatever it was. He already had that. Didn't play through it, so they took that money away, but they gave him even more. He could have signed a deal for $200 million. Played out what he had, another $200 million, saved a ton of cap, and he still would have been some generational wealth.
Yeah, if he really wants to be the team player, he could have done that.
Right, and then we wouldn't have to go out and, the Bills might. The Bills will be fine because we get after the bye week. No, when is our bye? Oh, our bye week's next week. I think our bye's next week, and then we come out. We play the Chiefs, I believe.
Oh shit!
Well, that'll be an easy fucking dub.
Where's the Chiefs game at?
At home.
Okay, you might win that one.
Oh no, we played Carolina. Our byes this week, then we play Carolina, then the Chiefs, then the Dolphins.
Look out for Carolina. Apparently, Carolina's apparently fucking good team this year too.
Carolina's
See the Bills, the Bills went and they signed that Ogunjobi and that Michael Hoyt from the Rams. Michael Hoyt will be a game changer. But that Ogunjobi, and he may be to run stuff or whatever else. But they spent crazy money on him. We didn't have him for the first 6 games. So we're playing. Although I'll tell you what, our 3rd or maybe 4th round pick, Deion Walker, he's way better than your 1st round pick, Kenneth Grant.
That's what I was trying to say, and we'll get back to it. Hold on, my bad. So let's get back. Oh, well, we can get that one up. I think I deleted the Greer one. Because we had started about the Greer thing. I just, you were like, do we know? I wholeheartedly believe Greer is the number one problem.
I agree. Agreed.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
It would be one thing if everybody like, oh, look at all these trades. Yeah. And then you traded for Bradley Chubb. He fucking trashed out. Then you fucking, oh, okay, we got Darren Waller. Darren Waller came in and he's played well. Granted, that's fine. But that wasn't a Chris Greer signing. That was fucking John Embry, our tight ends coach, who fucking coached him in fucking in Oakland or LA Raider, whatever you want to call it. The fucking Raiders, who got him to come out of retirement to come play for us because he needed a fucking tight end on his offense. So then you take in the Ramsey fucking trade, overpaying him fucking, not fucking showing up to fucking meetings and shit. The same shit with Tyreek Hill. Like, how did that truly fucking work out for us? You can't draft for shit. We've been drafting at least 2-3 O-linemen in first, second, and third rounds for the last 5 years fucking straight. And our offensive line still fucking sucks. Our defensive fucking line sucks. Everybody was talking about, our secondary is going to be the worst fucking, position group on our team. The fucking defensive backs are the only thing that have kept the fucking Dolphins in games. Everybody was bitching about Rasul Douglas. Oh, he's all fucking washed up. The motherfucker has 4 turnovers. He's got 3 forced fumbles and an interception.
I would have loved to keep Rasul Douglas on the squad, our squad, the Bills.
And it's just like, but again, is that a Greer find? No, that was. It just so happened to be he was the only fucking one left.
Available. Yeah.
That was available. And then he turned out to fucking work out well for us. But it's like people want to go, oh, but he found Rasul Douglas. No, he didn't. He fucking shoved his thumb up his ass and fucking waited around and did nothing and goes, oh, well, I guess I'm going to take this guy.
We need to bring somebody in.
Yeah. Well, to me, that Rasul Douglas could have went anywhere. The Bills cut him because he played well for us. He was up for a contract. Bills weren't going to pay him what he was worth. Nobody else was either because he's older. So when push came to shove and nobody took him, Douglas said, look, I want to play. I want to make some money. What are they signing for? $2 million? That's nothing.
$2 million with $5 million in incentives.
Incentives. He's balling. CT, that's a great point. Our secondary is the least of our worries right now.
Well, they're not the greatest either.
No, but it's still the best. The secondary is still the best position group on this fucking defense.
Well, the problem is you don't know that because teams know that they can run against the Dolphins, so they're really not passing.
True. You're right.
Yes and no. See, I agree and I disagree. So I agree in the fact that absolutely that's why the front fucking 7 is trash is because they can't stop the run. But even in the games in which earlier in the season when they weren't running as much on us because in the first couple games we actually stopped the run pretty well. And defensively in the passing game, we played pretty well. The things that screwed us over in the first couple games is our offense couldn't do shit. And then it started coming out, week 3 against you and against Buffalo, against you guys. And week 4 is when we started to get ran on. And then they're like, we can do that. The next 2 fucking games, we gave up 264 yards against Carolina. And even yesterday, everybody was like, in the first quarter, we're stopping the run. 54 fucking yard game, 38-yard fucking game. And guess what? We're right back up to near 200 yards being ran against yesterday.
With backup running backs.
Against third string offensive linemen. Both of their tackles were third string offensive linemen, not second string, third string. One was a fucking rookie drafted in the 7th round. a rookie drafted in the 7th round, and our fucking premier pass rushers got one fucking sack. One.
Our badass defensive line, the strong suit on our whole team.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. I see the Chop Robinson. He's a bust. He will be a bust. He'll never be good. He won't get his. If they let Van Ginkel go, granted Van Ginkel was a lineman.
Rafi
in the building. What's going on?
What's up, Courtright?
Hey, Mikey. Van Ginkel wanted fucking out. I think that from what I heard, the Dolphins tried to sign him, but he had an opportunity because he came from Wisconsin. That's where he played college. But he had an opportunity to go back to Minnesota. Him and his wife were like, "Yeah, we're out of here. Let's go."
Well, no, that ain't what I heard. And you might be right. I don't know because it's just a bunch of Dudman fans spewing stuff. But somebody said that he was willing to take less than what was projected for his contract, and Dolphins didn't even offer it to him.
To who?
To Van Ginkel.
AVG.
Oh,
I think somebody read it on his wife's thing because they wanted to stay because they like Disney World.
now I did hear that, but I also did hear because his wife did put out a thing, and I can't remember whose show it was on. It may have been DDW, but DDW had put out that his wife had said that one of their family members or whatever was sick up in Minnesota or whatever because they were originally from there, and that somebody was sick and that they decided if they were offered the same amount of money in Miami and Minnesota that they'd go back to Minnesota, that they wanted more money from Miami to stay here. And when they got similar contract offers from Minnesota and Miami, they decided to go to Minnesota.
Well, he was born in Iowa, so he's 1,000 miles away from Minnesota.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know the details. But like, if Rafi says right here, AVG said that he never got the offer from the Dolphins, though, I mean, that explains it. But that's
you're right, and that's the problem.
We didn't give him that offer.
There's like 3 different stories.
He's our best player. He was one of our best players on defense.
Well, and that they let them all go. They let Wilkins go. And that's the other thing.
Now, hold on, Mikey. Were you going? If you were the Dolphins, were you going to fucking pay Wilkins that fucking contract?
No, but I wouldn't have waited. If they waited, he had to plan his 5th-year option because he should have got signed after his 3rd year.
I don't know. I don't know about that. In my honest opinion, his fourth year is when he actually showed that he can be consistent. That 3rd year, he was all over the place. That 4th and 5th year is when he balled the fuck out. And I agree. If you were going to do it, you should have done it after the 4th year. But letting him play on the 5th-year option was an absolute gamble.
Yeah, I would have done it after if he was showing flashes. I would have done it after the 3rd because you would have got him for a great deal. And then when he broke out, well, guess what? I have you under contract for another 4 years. So
yeah, but the problem was he was highly inconsistent with pad level, and it was really iffy there, in my opinion.
Well, either way, it turns out he's a train wreck anyway, so it's probably good that they didn't have him.
Probably. Real quick, Raphael. Yeah, I definitely agree with you about the Zeke Biggers. Like, at this point, why the fuck not? I mean, you got nothing to fucking lose at this point. And it's the same thing, and I hate to say it, but this is where I was trying to make the comment to you backstage and at the beginning of the show, Bleezy, about why fire Mike McDaniel and Chris Grier now. Because Chris Grier has his affiliations to the fucking players that are on the team that he's drafted. Obviously, he wants to fucking look good, whatever. But at the same time, Mike McDaniel has that same affiliation to Tua, and all these players that he promised all this bullshit to, at the end of the fucking day, I would rather fucking see Ewers this year for the rest of the year and see what the fuck he has.
Yes.
And that brings into what Raphael says in the next part is Tua has 111 touchdowns, 51 interceptions. Tua's crying about meetings, but yet Tua ignored Tyreek for the first 2 weeks during the season. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. And he said again, the same thing with Javon Holland. Now, again, nah, man, Javon Holland, look, after he had when he had the double knee sprains in that one game, he sprained both knees, both MCLs. He was never the same player after that. So, I wasn't going to re-sign Holland anyway. He said, gentlemen, does Darren Waller come back to Miami in 2026 at what price tag? That's an interesting one. I don't think
what has Waller done?
Does.
What has Waller done? Other than one good game, he didn't do shit yesterday.
Well, they're not playing him right, bro. He's fucking sitting on the bench is what he's doing. When he comes in, he's balling.
Bro, he had 3 touchdowns in his first 2 games. He had 180 yards in the first 2 games. And then Mike McDaniel's quote-unquote answer was, after he balled out last week in the first half, they go, oh, well, the Panthers changed the way they were playing us and focused more on him. Well, then you fucking adjust too, Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel can't. That's the problem. Mike McDaniel can't. I'm sorry, but Mike McDaniel, he creates all these great game plans going into the game, but then when the shit doesn't work, he can't fucking adjust. He just does the same shit over and over and over. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't think Darren Waller comes back next year, Raphael, because Mike McDaniel's gone. Mike McDaniel being gone means John Embry is gone. And the only reason that Darren Waller came out of retirement was to play for John Embry. Period, point blank.
No, he came back because his rapping career fell flat. He funded it, so he needed money.
I was about to say, as far as him coming back, see Calais Campbell.
Well, Calais Campbell wanted to retire as a Cardinal.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is going to be his last year. He's going to retire as a Cardinal. No amount of money would have kept Campbell.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that, so good for him. But at the same time, I think Waller has a future, and I really don't see him staying here.
Like I said, I think the only reason he came out of retirement to play for anybody other than Mikey and he wanted money. I get that part of it. But if that were the case, he would have fucking played last year if he just wanted the money. I think that he felt like because Miami lost Jonnu Smith, he had that familiarity with John Embry from the Raider days. Hey, we need you. We don't have a tight end. Come play for us. We'll pay you some money. Blah, blah, blah. Once McDaniel gets fired, I think it's gone.
Right, Rafi. D. Waller is setting himself up for a big bag right now next year.
Yeah, Kyler Murray is a hot mess. Yep, absolutely.
He didn't even play yesterday.
And yeah, I mean, that might be true. Rafi is he balls out this year. Maybe he's setting himself up to get a bag next year. But it ain't going to be with the Dolphins, I can tell you that.
I don't even know you're stuck with Tua next year.
Although you never know.
Not necessarily. I mean, that's the thing that I was trying to say earlier, Mikey, backstage and even earlier is they were like, oh, yeah, but he's guaranteed for next year. Yeah, but we could pull a Denver. Go ahead and fucking either trade him or cut him Yeah, you're going to take the cap hit, but you still got Ewers. And again, we know that just like the situation with Mike McDaniel, if Mike McDaniel is the only one fired and it's still Chris Greer is not going to give up on Tua. So Chris Greer is going to go out here and try to find a fucking coach who's going to be willing to fucking work with Tua. And it's just going to be the same stupid bullshit.
No.
Well, here's the problem with that, though, CT. You're not trading Tua. There's not one of the other 31 teams that are going to take the risk.
I disagree. I think that, again, do I think that they're going to pay all of his – they can't pay all of his guaranteed money anyway. But I don't care about the money aspect. I don't care about the draft pick aspect. It's his roster bonuses and all of that will transfer to the new team. But as far as the guaranteed money from the contract, that's still all in the Dolphins. My whole point is Tua has to be out of the fucking building this year because all it's gonna do is limit your fucking prospects for finding a new head coach. And unfortunately, Chris Greer's gonna do that because Chris Greer cannot fucking give up on draft picks. He can't. And that's why Chris Greer needs to go, McDaniel needs to go, and Tua needs to go, and we need to start the fuck over.
Bingo. Period.
I'm sorry. Bradley Chubb's got to go. Fucking I'm sorry. All these overpaid fucking guys got to fucking go.
What's scary is the person that pulls that trigger is Stephen Ross. And I don't know if he's got the ball sack or even the wherewithal to know what the fuck is going on.
Rafi says, agree, CT, first round pick must be a QB, but the Dolphins will take a wide receiver to replace Tyreek. I mean, I don't know. I think that, again, it really depends on, is fucking Chris Greer's dumbass still here? I don't know. Because, I mean, I'm sorry, but the writing's on the wall for Mike McDaniel. The only issue is again, is Stephen Ross going to play this stupid bullshit that he did with the dude that used to fucking run his other company, Tannenbaum, and instead of fucking firing him, he fucking let him stay on for another 2 years.
Oh, God.
And then he realized that wasn't going to work. So then he fired him as the GM, but he moved him into a different position into one of his other companies.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh, well, I'm going to fire you from the Dolphins, but I'm going to still give you a job over here.
Move you over here, pay you millions, you know. And they wonder why the Dolphins are soft. Why people call them soft. You know?
Tua only has $18 million left in guarantees.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that the rest of that is the roster bonuses every year and whatever. I mean, give me a 7th round pick. I'll give you a 5th round pick, and I'll give you Tua.
Tua is almost.
He's not worth the roster bonus. He's not worth $12 million to another team.
Yeah, you're right. Tua is almost right on par with Ryan Tannehill.
I don't know, bro. There are some fucking QB desperate teams. Cleveland.
Well, hey,
I don't know, bro.
The Titans took Tannehill as a backup. They took him as a backup. I forgot the other guy.
Did Tannehill have health issues?
No, not really.
Tannehill, no, Bleezy. Tannehill, when we traded Tannehill, he was the starter for Tennessee for 4 years. It wasn't until, what was it? Will Levis is his name?
Hang on. Because I think he was a backup. And
he was the starter, bro. They went to the AFC fucking championship his first year with Derrick Henry.
But I'm pretty sure, was it Mariota was the starter when he got there? And Tannehill was a backup, and Mariota got hurt, and Tannehill came in and balled out.
Yeah, but then he was the starter for the next 3
And
years.
he was locked in as a starter, but he was traded. I mean, his value at that point was a backup. That's my point. And I think that's kind of where Tua is.
See, Tua got $54 million on March 14th of 2025 that covers next year's salary. $54 million of 2026 fully guarantees March 14th of 2025. So you're stuck with him for at least another year.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. We're stuck with him for at least till next year.
No, because again, as we've said, that you can pull a fucking Denver and just cut his ass.
You can't because
you have fucking cap hit.
You have so much dead cap already. You got to cut Tyreek. That's going to be the Dolphins will save money by cutting Tyreek. I don't know why they haven't yet. Mike Florio broke it down on how they could save money.
Yeah, they could release. They technically they could release him injured with the injury settlement.
Well, actually, it might not even be an injury settlement if it wasn't in his contract. Injury settlement because there's guaranteed money there still, I believe, that has to get paid.
I thought that this year his guaranteed money was up because we were going to get rid of him at the end of this year anyway. I think we paid him all his guaranteed money already.
No, let me bring it up.
It's frustrating, man, as a Dolphins fan, because Stephen Ross is making so much money off that stadium and the F1 racing and just hard rock.
Yeah, but the thing, he's a great fucking businessman. The guy just can't fucking find a GM to save his goddamn life.
And so, but how come? Why is he not making a move? How does he not see what's going on here?
I don't know. And this is where again Tennessee fucking firing their head coach. I don't see why you don't do it now. See what you got in Ewers. See what you got in Zeke Biggers. All these other guys that you supposedly drafted, because you're getting rid. You should be getting rid of Greer anyway. See if the guys he did fucking draft are worth a goddamn, and if they're not, just get rid of them.
It's almost like I feel like almost like they have a plan. Like Stephen Ross said, I'm not firing anybody. We're going to stay the course. And at the end of the year, we'll see. I mean, that's what it feels like to me. Like there's no adjustments being made.
See, but the thing is there have been a lot of GM like candidates brought up. And a lot of these guys, they're assistant GMs in Baltimore or the 49ers guy or Louis Riddick or this or that. And it's like, are you going to sit there and wait till the end of the season? No, the dude needs to be in here this year to evaluate the talent that's on the fucking roster so that he could fucking make moves this offseason so he can try to fucking improve this team.
Exactly. Why would you not do that?
I don't fucking know.
Makes perfect sense. Right now is the time to fire this stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah, both, all of them. Fuck. I mean,
I'm talking about McDaniels.
You sit fucking Tua. You sit Tua. You let Ewers play. You let all these other younger guys play. See what the fuck they got.
I mean, lately, after seeing some of these other backups, Sam Darnold's balling out. Lately, after seeing all this, I'm kind of like, put in fucking Zach Wilson. Let's see what he's got. Maybe he'll ball. I don't know. I saw him in preseason, and I was not impressed. I think I would rather see Ewers, to be honest.
See, if they cut Tua, if they cut Tua after this year for next year, the dead cap is $99 million.
Oh my God.
Well, I know he has no guaranteed money in 2027.
Yeah, well, if he makes a roster, he does.
Yeah, but he's
but the whole thing is all right. So that's $99 million. If you cut Tyreek, that's another $28 million of dead cap in 2026. So that's $135 million. No, $127 million.
You know the fucking you ain't gonna have nobody on the team next year anyway.
Well, you still got to cut Chubb. Chubb's probably a $13 or $14 million dead cap hit.
No, Chubb's guaranteed money was up this year.
But you still got to pay. You still got to pay his dead cap. You got to pay dollar for dollar what he's already been paid.
Unless, again, you trade him. Because everybody's been saying you could trade fucking Chubb and break even.
Again, Chubb was a bust. Chubb had one good year, and that's because Von Miller was on the other side.
Yeah.
What's his first name? Bradley
Chubb.
Bradley Chubb contract. Let's see what it says here. Hold on. Contract. His potential out is he doesn't even have a potential out. 2026 dead cap hits $23 million.
So this all tells me Jalen Phillips is gone. We don't have money to pay him. I think he's up for a.
Yeah. Well, but again, he got injured twice in a row. He had the Achilles. He had the ACL.
Yeah, right.
He's not playing well.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Might be able to get him on the cheap, but somebody else will fucking I don't know.
Now you're right. Somebody else is going to pay him more than we want to. I don't know if we should, especially after that tackle on fucking Herbert. The other
I
fucking day.
didn't see it. Did he whip it bad?
Oh my god,
yeah.
Joe.
Oh yeah.
He had him. Herbert fucking shucked him off like he was a fucking high school kid or some shit.
Literally, he was trying to ride his back like a piggyback ride, and Herbert just fucking threw him off.
He did, bro. Jalen Phillips, man, is a bust. How's that other kid from Miami playing up there with the Bills? He was up.
Oh, Russo's. He's consistent.
He's not that good though.
No, he's good. He's not a premier edge rusher, but he's consistent, and he's better when he's got Bosa on the field with him. He'll be better when he has Michael Hoyt. You know what I mean? He was better when he had Von Miller with him.
Yeah.
He's not a TJ Watt or a Aiden Hutchinson. He's not one of those guys, but he's serviceable.
I definitely, Jalen Phillips, considering our money situation and the financial, I don't see him coming back.
No, and that's why I said at this point, I feel like, in all honesty, we know that we're not going to have fucking cap space to try to fucking do anything next year or the fucking year after. So at this point, you might as well fucking fire Greer, fire McDaniel, see what the fuck you have, and Ewers and all these other young guys, see if any of them are worth a goddamn. And if not, just blow it the fuck up.
Period.
Hold on, I'm going to Miami Dolphins cap space for.
We have 1.5 million. We have 1.5 million in cap space right now.
Yeah, that's for 2025. I'm going for 2026 though.
I think
right now, as of 2026, you're 11 million in the hole.
Exactly. Which again, we're going to get some of that money back because we're going to be cutting Tyreek, but still, it doesn't matter. We don't have money to build shit next year, and we're not ready to fucking build shit next year. We need to fucking find what we have and start get a new fucking GM who has the scouting department that's worth a goddamn and do something because Greer and his F them picks and whoever his fucking talent evaluators are suck donkey dick. It's just, it's fucking ridiculous, bro.
I think it was a good thing. I think it was a good thing that a lot of people did not show up at that game last weekend. I heard there was a lot of empty seats.
See, but the fucked up part is there was a meme out there, and I didn't know this, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. The Chargers being 4-2, they were saying that there were more fucking Dolphins fans at the Dolphins game this past weekend with the shit fucking team than the Chargers have when they're 4-2.
I believe it. But at the same time, normally that stadium's packed. I heard there was a lot of empty seats, and that's what does the talking,
Well, allegedly from yesterday's game, allegedly from ESPN, the attendance was 65,400 and something, which is like 400 over capacity for a Sunday.
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit.
If you watch the game or go watch a replay or whatever, bro, I would say it's only 2/3, like a third of the seats were fucking empty, bro.
I think if anything, that's going to speak volumes to Stephen Ross because he thinks he could probably. And normally, if it's the Bills or the Patriots or the Jets, that stadium would be packed. And at this point, more with Jets fans and Bills and whoever. But San Diego being that far away, they couldn't bring their fans in. And then you see what shows up. Hopefully that speaks something to them to know that because obviously if we lose like a motherfucker, they don't care, And so now we're losing, and now people aren't showing up. Maybe at some point they'll get the point.
Holy shit! I was just looking at this Dolphins thing. 2026, you're 11 million over the cap, and that's only for 36 signed.
MC.
Yeah, that's where again I was saying, Mikey, we're fucked financially because of all the shit Greer did.
Right, you're stuck. Just by looking at this, you're stuck with Tua, because if you cut him June 1st, it's 99 million. Oh, hold on. You cut him son of a bitch. If you cut him post June 1st, it's 67 million. You're still 11 million in the hole just for cutting them.
I would, but again, if you continue to try to push upon a potential GM / coaching, new coach, new GM, well, you're stuck with Tua for a year, then how many of these motherfuckers are going to be interested?
I don't think anybody is, just for the quality of player that he is. Nobody's going to pick him up to be a starting quarterback.
Maybe a backup, come in at halftime and win the game, like he's good at.
Right. That's what I said. Tua, if he gets traded, I mean, unless some team's fucking crazy, he should be a backup.
He's a good backup. He's undefeated when coming into the
He'd be a good backup.
Quarter.
Yeah, he'd be a good backup.
He's like I said, he's undefeated when coming into the second quarter. He's 2-0 in his career. Oops, excuse me.
Maybe we should bench
One was the Alabama Georgia game 2018, the Baltimore game. Same shit.
I mean, bro, other than I can count them on fucking one hand that I can remember off the top of my head. Arizona, his rookie year, he balled the fuck out against Kyler Murray. The Baltimore game, he balled the fuck out. The game against, what was
Broncos.
it?
The Broncos.
Denver, yes. But I was thinking about the other one.
Baltimore
2 years ago. No. 2 years ago against the Packers. When Jordan Love had one of his first starts, he played well and we won. And then,
are you sure we won? I thought we lost that game Christmas Eve or Christmas time.
No, that was last year, wasn't it?
No, that was 2 years ago. And we lost Christmas because the defense fucked it up again. Or no, Tua fucked it up because he threw that interception to what's his name? The rookie.
Or was it
Jair Alexander?
It was one of the end of the year games. The fact that I can't remember, but it was one of those end of the year games.
That would have been a kicker, because the kicker's the only one that scored both times. Christmas Eve versus Dallas, and then last year against who did we play? I don't know. I think it was San Fran when Jason Sanders was the only one scoring points.
Yeah.
Again, it's like 4 or 5 fucking games that he played well that he actually fucking took over a game and fucking won a game.
It's funny you said that. Jason Sanders will be getting cut.
Yeah, absolutely. This Patterson kid played pretty fucking well for us. He's only missed one field goal, and that was what, 58-yarder?
How old is that guy?
He's been decent.
Bro, he's only missed one kick all year, and it was a 58-yard field goal.
Does anyone know how old this guy is? The Patterson dude?
He's young. He's young. He was in college 3 years ago. So
Mikey's right. Jason Sanders gone.
Yeah, it was. What would that make him? 24, 25?
Yeah, something like that. Whatever it is, he could be 28 with that 5-year bullshit.
If
We
he's
never know.
a reliable kicker, I mean, I would sign him to a 5-year contract right now. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, but we did that shit with what was that other guy's name before? Jason
That's
Sanders.
True. That's true because they could get in a funk and then go totally sideways. So.
Yeah, the dude that we had was before Sanders. He was good his first 2 years, and then the last 3 years he sucked dick. And then we brought Sanders in. We brought Sanders in as an undrafted rookie, and he beat his ass out.
Patterson's 26.
Patterson, yeah. So like I said, 24, 25, 26, somewhere in there, yeah. He's young.
He just turned 20.
Kickers are like golfers. You know, it's the mental game. You know, as long as
you can play till you're 50.
I mean, you can play a long time, but if you lose it, you get all mentally shook up, you're fucked.
Just like golf.
Yeah, just like golf. Same thing.
No, it wasn't Panky. No, it wasn't Panky. Can't remember his name. I'm going to Google it real quick. Hold on.
So, who do we play this coming up week?
Browns. The shitholes.
Cleveland? Where at?
In Cleveland.
It was Cody Parkey. Cody Parkey. Yeah,
Watch.
Okay, Pank. Yeah, Cody Parkey.
Watch. This is the game where we shut down Gabriel, and then Shador's going to come in and fucking ball on us.
No, this is the game. This is the game that Patrick Paul leaves the game with PTSD.
So with what?
PTSD.
He's going to get PST or yeah.
He's gonna say I'm hurt with. They're gonna say what's wrong. He's gonna say PST or PTSD.
PTSD. I had to go against Miles.
Why is he gonna have PTSD against the Browns?
He's got to go against Miles Garrett.
Just in general.
No, you got to go against Miles Garrett.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So not PTSD, it would be CTE.
Well, that too. PSTDC. Oh, Tua will get the CTE.
Well, I don't know. If he throws the helmet at Patrick Paul, he might get CTE.
Well, that's another one. That's Savin, yeah. Oh, he's horrible.
He's the worst O-line.
Our O-line is screwed.
He's the worst lineman in the league, grade-wise, is what I heard.
Who?
Well, see that, and that puts me. That's why my name is Finn Pussy Podcast, and my picture is of Casual C. He goes by Big C. But I told him, I said Kenneth Grant's going to be a bust, and that's what I told him. He said Chubb was going to get between 12 and 15 sacks.
I don't even know why we got Kenneth Grant. We should have gotten a fucking O-lineman, not D-lineman.
Or not Chubb. He said Chop Robinson was going to get between 12 and 15 sacks.
I don't think any of those guys.
Hey, the Browns are a 2.5-point favorite over us.
Yep, this shit shows.
I mean, hey, you know what? At this point, another part of my bad, MC, my bad. But I wanted to say this because it was something we were talking about backstage, and I don't think I brought it up on the show yet. Is another part of this firing Greer, firing McDaniel, seeing what we got, bro. Just go get a fucking high draft pick. Don't try to plot. Don't try to fucking pull a Flores fucking. I'm not tanking when I know I'm tanking, but I'm not gonna tank. At this point, your fucking season's done. Forget it.
Yeah, tank. Fuck it.
Well, and somebody made a good point. Who the hell was it? Made a good point. They're not gonna re-sign A-Chain or A-Chan or however you say his name. Because if they're going to go through a rebuild, by the time the rebuild's done, he's going to be so old it ain't going to be worth it.
Agreed.
That was probably one of the most thought out statements I've heard from. I can't remember who said it though.
The only thing that I would say about that is if and I don't want to, but if we are going to blow it up, trade him.
Who would we trade him to and for what?
Even if it's a third, fourth round pick, it doesn't matter. Trade him because you're not going to be able to re-sign him. You might as well get something out of it.
Hey, Courtright, the Dolphins did take Kenneth Grant, and they traded up for him to the 13th pick. He was a second rounder at best, and probably close to
he meant. I think he meant not Kenneth Grant.
Who? What?
Oh yeah,
taking the tight end Wharton and not Kenneth Grant.
Is that
I don't like Kenneth Grant. He's not the first round pick.
That is.
I don't
that
even know why we got him because our D line is still trash. But
is that the tight end that went to the Colts?
Yes, that's the one that everybody's been. Everybody was saying he went the pick after Kenneth Grant.
Yeah, so we
did tight end.
What's his name? He went to the Colts.
Yeah, he's balling.
Oh, yeah, Warren. Yeah.
It was the guy that was drafted the very next pick after our pick.
Well, didn't we still have Jonnu at the time? We traded him over to Summer.
Yeah, we already had Jonnu, but we knew that at that time, Jonnu, again, it was a 1-year deal, and we knew that Jonnu wanted fucking money that we weren't going to pay him anyway. That was the problem. That's why people were upset is we knew we weren't going to pay Jonnu what he wanted, so we should have fucking drafted a replacement.
Right. You should have. And Jonnu even said he wanted to stay, but the Dolphins
because we gave him that fucking Pro Bowl season. Look at what he did. Yeah. He had like 83 catches and like fucking 900 yards.
But the Dolphins didn't want to keep him. They didn't want to keep him. They wanted to go a different route.
It was fucking Stephen fucking Ross. God damn it.
No, it wasn't Stephen fucking Ross. It was fucking Chris Greer because we didn't have the money to afford to pay him the fucking contract he wanted. But again, the only reason that happened is because Mike McDaniel could not fucking adjust to defenses, taking away Tyreek Hill. They were doubling Tyreek, and they were fucking bracketing Waddle and saying, beat me with somebody else. And we did that with Jonnu.
Oh, my God. CT. So Jonnu wanted to stay, but our fucking finances are so fucked up, we couldn't keep him.
Jonnu wanted from Omar Kelly, which, again, I don't believe everything Omar Kelly says, but Omar Kelly did come out and say at that time that whoever the agent is for Jonnu, because he's an agent for a shit ton of people. What is it, Drew Rosenhaus or whatever it is, that they were asking for $11 million. He made fucking $5.4 million with us. We weren't going to double his salary. It wasn't going to happen. The Dolphins knew it wasn't going to happen. Jonnu knew it wasn't going to happen. His agent knew. Everybody knew it wasn't going to happen. Period.
But we didn't get nothing out of it.
What Pittsburgh pay him?
Yeah, we did.
What Pittsburgh pay him?
Well, I don't think it was worth that, third round.
Pittsburgh paid him. How much did Pittsburgh pay him? That's what
I think they gave him. I think they gave him 9 or 10.
12.
12. Damn. So that's exactly why he left.
So we couldn't come close to that.
Yeah, I think that it was 9 or 10 with some incentives, though, Mikey. I think it was 9 or 10 guaranteed with some.
I just wish we didn't get Ramsey.
Let Mikey hold on. Let Mikey finish. Go ahead, Mikey.
It was $7 million guaranteed. Hold on, I'm looking. They don't have the kind. They don't have average salary 12, signing bonus 7. So then he had probably roster bonus, and so he was making 12 regardless.
Yeah, I remember they had said something about the incentives on his contract, because they were saying that, it was going to be hard for the Steelers to manipulate the incentives, because the incentives to not count against the salary cap, they have to have been something that he has not done before. Because if he's done it before, they consider that expected incentives, which counts against the salary cap. But if he does something, or they put the incentives in something he hasn't done, it's called unexpected, and it doesn't count against the salary cap until he does it. And then I think it's the next year or 2 years or whatever, they have to pay off that difference.
So Pittsburgh gave him 12 roughly with incentive, and we were trying to give him 5.
No, we reoffered an extension of the 6.4 million that we signed him for originally. And everybody knew that wasn't going to happen because he just balled the fuck out, and you paid him what you paid him the year before. He wants more.
Okay, so we were trying to give him 6.5, and the Steelers were offering 12.
Basically, essentially, I guess.
So what the fuck is Greer thinking, bro? You know, I mean, come on, bro. I got somebody trying to sell me almost, or no, it's not almost. It's the same product. You're gonna give me this product for $5 million, or the same product over here. This guy's gonna pay $12 million. What the fuck, bro?
It doesn't matter. He's not doing nothing this year for Pittsburgh, anyways.
I guess maybe
which isn't even the issue. The issue is again, Chris Greer puts himself in these positions where we have a lack of depth, we have a lack of even starting caliber tight ends. After again, we misuse Gesicki, we pay him on the fucking franchise tag, and Mike McDaniel has his ass riding the fucking bench. Then they find out, when defenses catch up to our Tyreek and Waddle and Cedric Wilson, and they take these guys away, oh shit, we do need a tight end. So then you're going to go bargain fucking bin shopping for tight end, for O-line, for whatever it is. And then when they don't fucking work out, we go, oh, well, that sucks, but it was a bargain bin shopping. But then when it does work out, then you outprice the fucking person that fucking played well for you. So you're fucked either way.
Well, because you don't have the money to wait. If the Dolphins weren't in cap hell, they would have paid Jonnu Smith the money.
But that's my whole point. Is Chris Greer put us in this motherfucking situation?
Well, and they didn't, and nothing obviously worked out.
There were 2 or 3 players that I would say, quote unquote, worked out on the field, but not necessarily off the field. Again, the prime example being Jalen Ramsey. He played extremely well for us, but he showed up late to meetings and whatever. And his issue was apparently because Mike McDaniel's a soft ass bitch and didn't call him out for it. Neither did Mike McDaniel call out Tyreek for being late to meetings and shit. You have this shitty fucking environment. You have this shit team fucking cohesion, and then you go, Jalen Ramsey's the problem. No, the first time the motherfucker was late, but we tried finding them and that didn't work. Then sit his ass. And when he's fucking not putting film out and he's fucking making his money, okay, he's sitting on the fucking bench, but he's not fucking collecting a game check.
Right.
Then that shows you something. Oh, I'm gonna fine you $20,000 for being late to a meeting. Okay. Oh, but here's your $2 million game check. Here you go.
Ramsey's like, okay, fuck you, find me.
Exactly.
CT, what tells me when I start hearing stuff about people showing up late or not showing up for player meetings or showing up late for player meetings and not showing up on time, you know what that means to me? That means those people don't want to be there. They don't want to even be there. They're getting paid, so they show up, but they really don't give a fuck. They really
but how many times have we done that with Chris Greer? Look at fucking OBJ. Look at fucking all.
He didn't want to be there.
Will Fuller. Yeah. Like,
Sat out the
I
whole
just
year.
oh
Or
my one broken finger
they don't want to be there. They don't want to be
that heals in 4 to 6 weeks, but magically I'm out 9 months because of my poor little finger.
That's a sign that tells me these players don't want to be there, but they see an avenue to get a nice check and they milk it out. That's kind of like Christian Wilkins tried to do with the Raiders. He tried to go that same route. He learned
he did.
He learned that shit in Miami. He saw the players in Miami doing that. He tried to do that with the Raiders, and they kicked him out the fucking building. Said,
yeah, and then they turned around and they made a what is it, the what do they call it? They did a I can't remember what it's called, but basically they said you violated the terms of your contract because your contract says you're going to rehab and you're going to do this and you're going to do that, and he wasn't doing it. So they said, "Oh, we can void all your guaranteed money because you didn't follow your contract and how you're supposed to be rehabbing."
He learned that shit from Miami. He saw these players doing it down here, and he thought he could do it to the Raiders, and they kicked him out the fucking building like they should have.
Oh, agreed.
And Miami eats that shit. We did it with fucking how many players, man? We did it with it was that receiver or the
Will Fuller,
Byron Jones,
OBJ,
Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb fucking he tore his ACL.
See, Byron Jones, they botched his Achilles surgery. And he couldn't jump anymore, so they had to eat that. They had to buy out his contract. It's not because Byron Jones did something wrong. It's because whoever did the surgery botched it. And he got a second opinion, and that doctor said no, it was botched, and that's when Byron Jones went off the wall because they killed his career.
Bradley Chubb was he not out all year last year?
Yeah,
he got hurt the first. Oh, he didn't play at all. He got hurt the year before and didn't play at all that year.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Is so. And then again, I've been on this train for how fucking long, Bleezy, and I'm just I call a fucking spade a spade because I'm no longer I'm in management now, so I don't have to keep my mouth shut about certain fucking things, but. As long as the Miami Dolphins continue with, I can't remember the name of it now. What's the hospital they have the affiliation with now? It's been the same one for a while.
Isn't it the cancer hospital?
No, it's not. It's
what are we talking about?
Novant.
Oh,
Novant.
Novant is the name of the fucking, because remember it used to be the Novant training facility out there in Coral Gables, but they're still affiliated with them. As long as they continue with these fucking people, bro, the surgeries, the off-season workouts, basically the preventative maintenance, working out with fucking players to try to prevent soft tissue injuries. It's been absolute shit. I'm sorry, but the physical therapists, the surgeons, the strength and conditioning staff, they're all fucking garbage. I'm sorry, but I've been doing this 18 years now. I've been doing this shit. And if I ever saw a team with this many soft tissue injuries, ligament issues, tearing fucking Achilles, ACLs,
CT, they all have them. The Bills have the same thing. And that goes with the fact that the CBA allows them not to practice as much. That's what the injuries are coming for. They're not using that. You use it or lose it.
Yes, that's that. I will say professionally, listen, that is absolutely part of it. However, even if you're not live tackling, if I'm a strength and conditioning coach or a physical therapist working on an individual who's had previous injuries, I'm going to over focus on stretching, calisthenics, having whether it be, you could do it a multitude of different ways. But if you come out and you say, I know, for example, and I hate to use him as an example, but I will, Xavier Howard. Xavier Howard had 3 hamstring injuries and 3 growing injuries in 4 straight seasons. Okay. If I know that an individual has the propensity to have hamstring issues during the off season, I'm going to fucking work with them. And I'm going to make sure that the number one cause of strains is a disproportionate amount of strength in the antagonistic and protagonistic muscle in a said group, which means that if his hamstring is becoming an issue, that means his quads are a shitload more powerful than his hamstrings. And when you have that disparity, you have that difference between strength load, the weakest link will always fail. So I would spend time in the off season saying, hey, X, let's work on this. We're going to do this to strengthen this. We're going to fucking work on this. We're going to have you stretching out more. We're going to have you doing weightlifting in the off season to deal with that disparity. They did none of that. None of it. The same thing with the growing injuries. If I have a re-aggravating issue over and over and over and over, why? Why am I having this? What can I do to mitigate that circumstance? And it's the same thing with, and I hate to say it, Jalen Phillips. You have the Achilles injury and then you have a knee injury, okay? Well, the knee is connected to that fucking ankle. And if you have fucking injuries concerning that Achilles, which again, remember, it was the Achilles injury and then it was the knee injury. Well, if you go in and it brings up another point that you brought up, Mikey, what happens when that surgeon botches another fucking Achilles surgery? Well, when that Achilles is super fucking tight, it can create more fucking issue in the knee. Because if the fucking Achilles is tight, the knee has less room for error, and it takes a lot less stress to then tear an ACL because it wasn't done right. I'm not saying that's what happened, but it's possible. And I'm sorry, but when you have the NFL and you have the highest paid fucking athletes in the world and you have some bobo fucking surgeons working on them, or you have some bobo fucking strength and conditioning coaches or physical therapists working just like, who was it? And I can't remember who it was a couple of years ago that was injured. And then we kept getting told, oh, they're a week or two away. Oh, next week you'll see him. Oh, wait, 4 weeks later. Oh, yeah, he's a week away. Why are they continuing to have setbacks?
That was
They're
Byron
having
Jones.
setbacks because you're not following a fucking rehab program that takes into account you cannot rush them into shit.
That was Byron Jones.
Was it Byron?
Yeah, and he came out and said that wasn't the case. He couldn't jump. He couldn't jump. He was never a week away, and that's the problem.
But that's my whole point is, irregardless, again, the medical staff of the fucking Miami Dolphins and strength and conditioning staff is shit. Sorry.
It just comes back to the whole shit show, you know? Like, nobody knows what's going on. The Dolphins, it's a gaslight show. They don't want it.
That's the problem. The problem is, you look at hockey players, very, very few soft tissue injuries. Because you know why? Because they skate twice a day, even game days.
Yep.
You know,
And that's what I was trying to get at,
though.
though. My bad, Mike. But I just want to point out that's what I was saying is it doesn't necessarily about the contact per se. It's about you still have to use it.
Right? Yeah, use it or lose it, and that's all. It's not about the tackling part. It's the fact that they don't do two-a-days. So guess what? If you're not doing two-a-days, you're not using. You're not stretching as much.
Yeah.
You know, you're not running routes as much. You know, no non-contact. How many times do you see people running? You know, no contact injury or not non-contact injury getting hurt because they don't use it. They don't keep it strength. And guess what? That's why they put all these OTAs in and these mini camps and stuff to force these players to use it a little more.
Yep, and I agree.
There was no OTAs. There was no OTAs. There was no mandatory mini camps. You know, you reported.
Hold on, my bad, Bleezy. I want to say this to Mike. I agree 100%. The thing that frustrates me is when fucking idiot fucktards who know nothing about what they're talking about. It's because they don't tackle and they don't do this in training camp anymore. It has nothing to do with the tackling. It has to do with the fact that 90% of it is in the fucking classroom and then or a meeting room, whatever you want to call it. And then they go out and they spend an hour or two out on the field.
Yeah, it's all because of the It's all because of the CBA. You know, and they got rid of all that. But you know, and it's funny though because you get all these like people were, you know, and I was one of them. Josh Allen would quit playing, you know, get knocked out in the divisional round or get knocked out in the wild card round or knocked out in the AFC Championship game. He wouldn't fucking touch another football until, you know, the OTAs and then minicamp. And he said it himself. He wasn't doing it. But if you look at hockey players, the Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup. They take a week or two, enjoy it because it's a 6-month season. And guess what? They're playing summer hockey somewhere. They're staying on the ice. They're staying in shape. You know, and it's the lack of accountability.
I mean, we lost Barkov though.
Yeah, for the season. That's a bad one.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
That's a bad, but that's, I mean, and the injuries do happen, but they don't happen as frequently as they do in football.
Absolutely not. I agreed.
And granted, skating isn't as taxing on the knees as running is. You know, it's obviously
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that though. The amount of the axial loading, the up and down of running. However, in skating, you have the fucking lateral movement, which can take a toll on ligaments in the knee.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it can't, but it's not as often as it does for running.
Yeah, and that's more again the axial loading versus lateral loading. But yeah,
man, there was a thing. There is no, you know, there's no hard stop when you're skating. You know, if you're a, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're a fluent skater, there is no pressure when you're skating. But like you said, the push off because it's more of a side to side.
Yeah, and that's where the lateral loading is more concerned.
But when you're running, your foot's coming down with, you know, if you're a 200 pound,
and that's what's axial loading, and that's more injury to the meniscus, which is the cushioning between the femur and the tibia. And yes, that's absolutely more pressure, more load on the meniscus. But overall, in the knee itself, per se, that lateral movement side to side consistently in skaters, it's smaller in increments, but the overall amount of load is much higher than just axial load in running. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, because when you're running, it's 90 degrees unless you're making a cut. You know, if you're making a cut, you're putting pressures. But when you're skating, when you're taking that stride and you're kicking your heel to the bit, you're kicking your leg to the back outside. That's putting pressure on your knee a certain way.
Yeah,
so it's not
on the ligaments. Yeah,
it's not equal pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm talking about. And people that have never skated don't, but you can tell. You can tell if you fuck something up, half of your knee hurts, the other half feels fine.
Yep.
If you know what I mean, like if you're running and you hurt something, your whole fucking knee hurts and it blows up like a balloon. You might actually have swelling on the inside of your leg more so than the outside when you're playing hockey.
Absolutely.
But me personally, I don't think football players are as tough as hockey players. That's another problem.
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation.
You know what I mean? It's just like you getting hit with a 6-ounce solid vulcanized rubber and going 100 miles an hour. That's your
Not even that, but and I hate to say this because I mean, again, I'm not gonna. Some of the fucking turf fields are hard as fuck, but I'm sorry, they will never be as hard as a fucking frozen solid rink. I'm sorry, never.
Try playing lacrosse in the snow.
I'm telling you, even when it's snowing and the grass is covered in snow, there is still enough give. It is not the same thing as landing on a solid sheet of fucking ice that's what, 3 inches thick, is it, Mikey? That the average rink is?
Nah, it could be 5. It's got to be a minimum of 3, I think.
Yeah, I think it's the minimum is 3 because I know a lot of them, they have the ones now that they have the tray inserts where they can slide in and out, and so they might be thinner. But yeah, at a minimum it's 3. But bro, landing on fucking ice is like landing on straight fucking concrete.
But believe it or not, when you fall down, it doesn't hurt.
They all
Fuck
that
that.
equipment too, though.
I've been ice skating hundreds of fucking times, and I'm not.
Well, that's if you don't have pads on. I'm not. If you go out for a leisure skate with your girlfriend and take a header, shit hurts.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah, that shit fucking hurts.
But if you got pads on, it doesn't even hurt when you're hitting.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
That's even. I thought y'all were talking about ice hockey. Okay.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, with ice
well, yeah, y'all got pads on playing hockey.
I'm saying I've been out play. You know, again, I didn't play. You know, like professional or shit. No, dude, we just went out to the fucking rink with a few friends and was like, hey, they play hockey. They're like, hey, let's come fucking play. I'm sorry, even with pads on, that shit still fucking hurts.
I can't skate.
Well, I got a question. What is going on with Tampa Bay's field?
Their field?
It sucks.
I don't know what's going on.
Kansas City has grass, right? Did you watch the Kansas City game last night?
No.
Okay. Their field looked great. Their field looked great. You could tell that there was, you know, a little chunks. Every time you watch the Tampa Bay games at home, their field's all chewed up.
Big chunks.
Like big.
Well, it has been. I heard it's
Florida.
been raining.
It doesn't matter about that because you can throw enough sand to dry it out if it's just waterlogged. But if it's huge chunks, that means that they're using grass that's too young. They need more established grass.
USF plays there, I think, Saturday nights.
Oh, really?
South Florida.
But even that, though,
true.
I mean, if it's coming up, but if it's coming up in large chunks, that means that the roots aren't thick enough or deep enough. It means it's a young grass. And I know I'm a fucking nerd and I'm an athletic nerd, but y'all can I watched the fucking shit with the dude that he's been the same dude that grows the grass for the Super Bowls every fucking year. And he was talking about how when you have huge divots, when huge chunks of grass come up, it's because the roots aren't thick enough and deep enough. It's when you have like the normal, you're going to have like little, like, what did he say? Not quarter size, but like golf ball size chunks that come out. That's normal. But when you have like a hand size, like the size of a person's hands coming out,
yeah, hand or foot
yeah,
size.
it means that
That's a
the
problem.
roots
Too loose.
aren't thick enough and deep enough.
Hey, Stephen Ross knows his grass. If you want some good grass, you go to Stephen Ross.
Yeah, didn't he buy a turf farm or something?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's so tired of fucking shitty grass like CT's talking about. He said, I'm going to buy a motherfucking turf farm right down here by Miami. It's somewhere like towards Immokalee or something. And he's making a killing at that. But he brings in his grass for Hard Rock Stadium. Stephen Ross has got the fire grass, guys.
Yeah.
My bad, Mikey. For those of y'all, I'm gonna look it up. I'll throw a link in, or I'll have MC throw a link in, or Bleezy, sorry. If you're interested in that kind of shit, it was a very interesting documentary. Very interesting.
Nobody gives a fuck about grass.
The grass? Well, it comes down to having a good turf.
No, it's the dude that he's been doing this for like 20 fucking years. And he's exclusively the only dude that he's the head maintenance grass, whatever you want to call the technical term. He's the dude that every Super Bowl, when they have grass, he's the dude that fucking grows it. And they ship it like cross country. They install it months beforehand. They fucking go out and they put it on site and they grow the shit. Even if the other team or that team is playing on their own grass, they have it on site ready to fucking go. And they tear that shit out and put brand new the whole field in brand new within a matter of fucking hours. It's crazy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy that Tampa Bay could have such a fucked up field. Even I didn't see it, but I'm banking on whatever y'all were saying. It's crazy Tampa Bay could have such a fucked up field when we have access to good grass.
It's the same. They use the same grass that Hard Rock uses and Arrowhead, Bermuda grass.
Well, maybe their maintenance men don't know what the fuck they're doing when
I know,
they lay
but
it
I
down.
think the only reason I say that is they just put the grass field down in our new stadium, and they're using Kentucky bluegrass.
Oh, I like some Kentucky blue.
Yeah,
that's
but
what
Kentucky, but that's the difference between y'all's up there and with the Bills is the bluegrass fucking handles the cold weather a lot better.
Well, that's what it said about the Bermuda grass too.
Nah, Bermuda's a fucking warm to moderate temperature grass.
That's south. That's south. Once you get a little bit farther, well, it probably goes up to.
Y'all just go on YouTube and fucking Google Super Bowl grass guy, and that shit'll come up. He talks about all that shit. That depending on where the fucking stadium is that year, where they got to grow, where they get it from, whether it's a temperate grass, moderate temperate, whether it's cold weather grass, how long it takes to subplant it and all that. It's crazy, man. I know I'm a fucking nerd, so I'm a stop.
No, well, there's a lot to that grass. There's a lot to it. The fertilizer, the whole fucking, like you said, laying it down, the water, the whole fucking deal. There's a lot going on there.
I'm a nerd, I know. It's okay.
I love some good grass.
I thought that if I watched it, I could learn something, make my grass better at home, but I ain't got that kind of money.
Hey, you just put some water on. If you got any grass around at all, irrigation is the key.
Yeah, not up here in Virginia, brother. Not up here in Virginia, because I live on the fucking forest. You get all that fucking crabgrass and shit, because if all that seeds and shit flying from the fucking wind, and it's a constant fucking battle.
Speaking of Virginia, Georgia, and Texas, when we go backstage, I got an opportunity that you guys might take advantage of if you want to watch the Dolphins lose the rest of the season.
Speaking of that, hey, let's go ahead and let's get final thoughts, because I feel like we've talked about it all. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. This team fucking sucks. It's game over. We got to move on to the future. Go ahead, Mikey, and give us your final thoughts, brother.
My final thought is they should have never let McDaniel take on head coach and offensive coordinator in the city as a first time head coach.
Very good point. Very good point. MC, get it.
Ends up, we suck.
All right, Bleezy.
Great points by Mikey and MC. I appreciate y'all coming out. But we're gonna keep it going, bro. We're gonna start firing up more shows because if this is gonna be a dumpster fire, which is what it looks like it's gonna be, we're gonna be here right on top of it, talking about our views, because I think that's what it needs. I think that all of a sudden the Dolphins became a national spotlight today because I'm in Houston and they did a 20-minute segment on Monday morning radio on the Dolphins, man. It's time, we talk about it and chop it up and get back on it. So, man, appreciate it. We'll be back soon.
Appreciate it as always. MDC episode 398. The season mortuary. We'll see what happens from here. Can we rise from the dead, not to win this season, but can we rise from the dead and start fucking building for the future? Because that's the only way that we can move forward. Fire fucking Greer. Fire McDaniel. Get rid of fucking Tua. Tua's not the answer. Let's see what Ewers has. Let's see. Because, again, even, Zach Wilson, he's not worth fucking playing. I don't give a shit about a washed-up fuck. I want to see what Ewers has, see what these young guys have. Trade away what you can. Get rid of these fucking balloon contracts and get ready for the next GM and next head coach. We appreciate everybody coming out. Host Way, Mikey, MC, Raphael in the chat.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.